All right, let's get right into it. If you're a skilled trader, you know that for years there's been this huge barrier to getting into the big leagues of professional trading. But today, we're looking at something that could be a real game changer. A firm called JoinX has rolled out a program that they claim completely flips the script, removing those financial walls to find the best of the best.
But first, let's set the stage with a pretty sobering number. Get this. The data consistently shows that more than 80% of retail traders just don't make it. They end up blowing up their accounts. It's a tough pill to swallow, but understanding why that happens is absolutely crucial.
So what's the biggest culprit behind that massive failure rate?
Well, it usually comes down to one thing: being undercapitalized. See, when you're trading with a small account, you're almost forced to take huge risks just to see any kind of meaningful return. Every single dollar you lose is your own hard-earned cash, and that creates this constant, crushing pressure that can absolutely wreck even the most solid trading strategies.
And this brings up a massive difference in the trading world. Think about it. The top-tier, institutional pros, they almost never risk their own money. They're trading with the firm's capital. This gives them the mental space to execute their game plan without that fear of personal financial ruin hanging over their heads. So the source poses a really powerful question. Why should a talented retail trader have to play by a completely different and much harder set of rules?
You see, up until now, the whole prop firm industry has pretty much run on what you could call a pay-to-play model. You fork over a fee, sometimes hundreds of dollars, just for a shot to prove you've got the skills. If you pass, awesome, you're in. But if you fail, well, that money's just gone. And while this does filter people out, it also builds this giant financial wall that shuts out a massive pool of incredible traders who just can't afford the ticket to get in.
So all of this naturally leads you to wonder, what if there was another way? A path that was based purely on skill, without having to risk your own capital just to get your foot in the door.
And that's exactly where JoinX comes in with their big answer. They've launched what they're calling the industry's first ever 100% free trading challenge. The promise is incredibly simple. Prove you can trade, pass their evaluation, and you get a funded account. No entry fee required.
And they make it really clear what this isn't. They stress that there are no sign-up fees, it's not some practice demo account, and there are no hidden gimmicks. They're positioning this as the real deal, a legitimate, merit-based path for serious traders to go pro.
The whole process is laid out in 4 super straightforward steps. First, you take the challenge. Second, you pass their 2-step evaluation. Third, you get a funded account with JoinX. And fourth, you start trading with their capital and earning rewards on your performance. It's designed to be a direct line from skill to opportunity.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty, because this is where the challenge part really kicks in. It's a 2-step evaluation. In step 1, you've got to hit a 7% profit target. Then, in step 2, the bar gets raised to 10%. And all along the way, you have to stick to a very strict 4% max daily loss and an 8% total loss limit. These rules aren't just about making money. They're designed to test if you've got disciplined risk management.
Of course, the first question on everyone's mind is going to be, why is it free? I mean, come on, what's the catch?
Well, according to JoinX, it's all about a strategic talent search. The idea is that there are tons of amazing traders out there who are only being held back by those entry fees. So their thinking is, if they can find these hidden gems and fund them, the firm's success becomes directly tied to the trader's success. It's a win-win.
And this whole strategy really clicks into place when you compare their free challenge to standard paid ones. The free version is intentionally harder. You've got higher profit targets and much tighter drawdown limits. The bar is set way higher, which seems to back up their claim that this isn't about collecting fees. It's about filtering for truly elite, consistent traders. So, what do you get for conquering this really tough challenge? Well, traders who pass get a funded account with $10,000 in trading power. You get to keep up to 50% of the rewards you generate, and, this is the big one, you risk absolutely zero of your own money. The model also lets you scale up to even larger accounts if you perform well.
So what this all boils down to is a single, powerful offer from JoinX, a shot to trade with real, institutional-level capital. They're positioning it as a direct path for any skilled trader to prove themselves, completely tearing down those old financial walls.
Ultimately, by stripping away the fee, JoinX's model leaves traders with just one question, one direct challenge. They're basically looking at the entire trading community and asking a final, provocative question. Is your skill, and your skill alone, enough to pass the test and get you funded?